Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christopher and I'm back with another Star Wars theory video, this time on the rise of Skywalker, in particular Rey Skywalker. So last week I was on the Padawan Pops YouTube channel on the Great Debate series, which is a series that Will at Padawan Pops started, where he gets a couple fans talking about a certain film and debating it. And of course we were talking about the rise of Skywalker, and one of the topics that came up was Rey Skywalker. I'll leave that video linked in the description below, but I wanted to go into detail why I think Rey Skywalker makes sense to me. I know there's a lot of fans that hated the sequel trilogy, and I'm not trying to change anyone's mind on the sequel trilogy or even the Rise of Skywalker, but I also know that there are some people who really enjoyed the sequel trilogy, like myself, but I know the topic of Rey Skywalker didn't make sense to people, and that was part of the reason they may not have liked the Rise of Skywalker. So at the end of the Rise of Skywalker, Rey returns to Tatooine. She goes to Luke's homestead. She buries both Luke and Leia's lightsabers and ignites her own new yellow lightsaber. And as she does this, a woman approaches and asks what her name is. Rey of course tells the woman her name. The woman asks Rey who? And Rey replies, Rey Skywalker. And I know this didn't sit well with a lot of fans, even if they did like the sequel trilogy and they enjoyed the Rise of Skywalker. This moment in the Rise of Skywalker was one reason, or one thing, that a lot of fans didn't like. But to me it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, and I have some reasons why I think Rey took the last name Skywalker, and I think she took the Skywalker name for three reasons. The first reason, she took the name Skywalker to honor Luke and Leia, who both trained Rey in the ways of the Force, and they were both like parents to her. And I think that's one of the easiest and more obvious reasons why Rey took that last name. But the second reason I think that Rey took the last name Skywalker is she wanted to preserve the legend of Luke Skywalker. In The Last Jedi, Luke tells Rey, "And I became a legend," quote unquote. So I think Rey wants to preserve that legend of Luke Skywalker, or just the legend of the Skywalker name, as she eventually plans to train future Jedi. If people hear the name Skywalker, they will immediately think of the Jedi who redeemed Darth Vader, who took down the Empire single-handedly, and they will also know the name Skywalker from the stories of what Rey did, where she defeated the Emperor and helped take down the First Order. Now my last reason why I think that Rey took the last name Skywalker is that she has Ben Solo's Force energy or life force in her. So when Ben Solo transferred his force energy into Rey to bring her back to life, he transferred all of this life force, or so much of his life force, where he didn't have enough to stay alive. And with Ben Solo having that mighty Skywalker blood in him, as Luke mentioned in The Last Jedi, he transferred that mighty Skywalker life force into Rey. So now Rey has the Skywalker life force inside of her as well. And we have seen this before in the Mortis arc of Star Wars The Clone Wars, where the daughter sacrificed herself and gave all of her life force to Ahsoka so that Ahsoka could live. So similar to this moment in Star Wars The Clone Wars, Ben gave all of his life force to Rey, and that life force is that mighty Skywalker life force, as I mentioned. So now, just like Ahsoka is now the embodiment or the avatar for the daughter, Rey is now the embodiment or avatar for that mighty Skywalker life force. And again, this is just my personal theory and explanation why I think Rey took the last name Skywalker in the Rise of Skywalker. Of course, unless we get confirmation from J.J. Abrams or somebody at Lucasfilm, this is of course just a theory, but let me know down in the comments what you think of this reasoning for why Rey took the last name Skywalker, and do you agree with it? Do you have your own reasons, or do you just not care at all? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and then click to watch one of my other reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.